What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Life You Have with Tez. That's me. And today we're going to talk about 3 bad money habits that are actually hurting you. But before we get started on that, go ahead and tap that like button and subscribe if you choose to do so. Let's get into it. Number 1, lending money to your family and friends. If you can't afford to lose it, don't give it out. That includes investing it, saving it, whatever. If you can't afford to part with it, then don't get rid of it. And unfortunately, we humans live at different times. There's 24 hours in the day. You have 24. Your family members have 15. What does that mean? It means you and them are on 2 different times. So when you give your money to them and they don't give it back and they tell you they're going to give it back to you next week, you're not going to get that money back because you're on 2 different time planes. Money seems to send people into the Bermuda Triangle when you give it to them. Time and space and reality warp all around them. And on top of that, you get it when you get it. They might have needed it today, and then the longer that it's out, they're just going to see it as a grant that you were supposed to give them because you know me.
I'm your brother.
I'm your sister.
I'm your grandma. I helped bring you into this world. I was the co-producer. I'm just going to let you know now. Don't even lend it to them. Just go ahead and just give it to them. If you give your family the money, you are not going to be looking for it back. Now, when they start telling you,
I'm going to give it back to you, nephew,
just tell them, no, don't worry about it. Or just give it to them on a gift card. So that way, there's no way to pay you back because that's the worst way to do it to them. So just give them the money. Don't lend it to them because if you give it, you don't want it back. If you lend it, you're gonna need it back. Number 2, buy prepared fruits. Do you know what prepared fruits are? Because I'm gonna tell you. So a prepared fruit is when you go to the store and that fruit that they're trying to sell is not selling. So it's getting old. It's almost time. Whether that's strawberries, oranges, watermelon, pineapple, what they're gonna do is they're gonna take that fruit back, right? They'll say, oh, we got this shipment in about 2 or 3 weeks ago. This watermelon still hasn't moved. It's been on the shelf for this whole time. Gonna take it to the back. They're gonna slice it and then they're gonna cut it into little cubes or whatever they do with it. Wedges, cubes. Then they're gonna shrink wrap it. Then they're gonna slap a new price tag on there. Boom. Just like that. People are like, oh man, this is fresh. They just put this out. No, buddy. This watermelon is the same watermelon that's been sitting on there. But this is our last ditch effort to make this money back for about like maybe 1 or 2 more days before, we slap a manager special sticker on it and then it's off again. You want to not buy your prepared fruits because they've already been sitting there. They've already been at the store for the longest time and they're just trying to make that last amount of money off of this thing before you get it. You'll be better off just buying dried fruits, canned fruits, or even heck, just buy a fresh watermelon. You can get to it when you get to it. But those ones that you get out of the store, they're going to start developing mold really soon. They've already been exposed to air and the oxygen is stuck in there. So just be mindful. If nobody told you, I did. And 3, carry out when possible. So I know that a lot of people, when the pandemic first started, they got hooked on using like DoorDash and all sorts of delivery services and all this stuff. Now that's like a commercially viable thing to do now. And no disrespect to DoorDash people, but it's cheaper for you to avoid the delivery fee that those places are going to charge you if you actually just go up and go pick up your own stuff. My wife, what we like to do with the kids is we like to eat a weekly pizza with the kids on Fridays. We'll get the big box one from Pizza Hut. It's got enough for everybody to eat. And instead of her waiting for it to be delivered, which will always be an hour and 30 minutes out when you're hungry now, what she does is she orders it and then she goes to pick it up. They'll be like, it's ready in 30 minutes. You'll be surprised how fast things are ready when you don't have to wait for them. When they deliver them, they want to account for that time of the person being late or getting lost or whatever. And then that person still expects a tip when they're late. So, but even with DoorDash, I've noticed I can't not tip. Like I have to get the lowest I can give somebody is a $2 thing unless there's some other way I can hack the system. But everybody, when I order food on DoorDash at Fort Hood, they're always 1 to 2 hours late and they already got a tip out of me whether I wanted to do it or not because my food is always cold when I get it because they don't ever know where I'm at. So anyway, those are the 3 things that are actually hurting you more financially in the long run. If you guys got any more that you can think of, let me know down in the comments down below. If you like this video, go ahead and tap on that like button. And if you were so moved, subscribe. This is The Life That You Have with Tez. That's me. Peace out.